Hello everyone to my two-day stream about Dogma. It is for me a really interesting theme because it is a part of my life, and this has happened by me through 9/11 because this was the next day on the 12th September I get 18. And before I get 18, so into the age, it was a big disaster on the planet what have changed a lot of things like free what humans told be free is fly on in another country and doing this or this with some options, and then it's come 9/11 and there was a big change in everything like security and all the stuff, and changing in financial systems and so on. So this is a reason why I'm living in a dogma what is controlling a part of my life. It was Lisa. So why I like to talk about it is because it is for me an important reason about a look-wise of this planet Earth. And there are maybe some points that are not talk about it, where can be answers on different questions. The interesting part is that I never heard that activities of UFOs and other stuff is in a combination with a dogmatization. And I believe it is a really part of a dogmatization. And I never heard people talk about that dogma is a element what is over human, and I think that this is the reason why people didn't talk about. So there is one on Wikipedia is reading that a dogma is that people's belief the Pope is unfailable, right? What he say is ever true. So this is a dogma in itself. But what I talk about the dogma is something a little bit different. It is a over human mechanical system that is a dogma on law. A fixed law system what is can fall in from time to time if some stuff going right or wrong. So if the humanity like to get higher, they have doing things right. If they like to, if they not doing the right thing, they go better or on a lower state. Means like it is they going better. There are some scientists cannot move the right ways to bring the humanity on a higher place. And this is what I like to talk about now. So, as an example to talk about the dogma is picture one is this. It is a matrix code, a QR code. I have done this in 2010 or 2008, I forget this. Or 2011, I don't know. It's too long time ago, and we see now QR codes are overall used on the planet, on different places, overall. And this is coming in 2016? I don't know when it start, real start with the QR code overall. I have forget, but this is the new system to for a lot of systems in the government and for train or fly and so on, or shopping and so on, computer technology, mobile phone technology, linked systems and so on. So this happened, and this is now a dogma, because if we not use QR codes, maybe we have not some options. So this is now a dogma. So how is dogma work? We have now this picture, and we see here why it is here now a cross. Okay, here it is now a cross. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, we see now this picture of a cloud, and this cloud is like a clown. She has a center, right? There is a center inside. So this picture is taken in 2018, right? And the global market changed into the QR codes, right? This was in 2010 to 2016. It was changed into a global system. So then this picture is happened in 2018. And in 2019, in China, broke out the coronavirus, right? So the interesting part is that dogmas can be watched, that they get activated over some kind of stigmatas. This can be done over extraterrestrial elements like UFOs or some stuff, some effects, nobody knows how it works. And some stuff like this. So if I see this picture, I can say this is an omen, and I don't know what has happened, but when I see it, I can say, with this knowledge I have, I can say, and that this is the interesting, I can say there is a dogma in action. I don't know what has happened, right? I don't know what has happened, but it is an activation or a process in a dogma system that this has happened. This is the interesting. So my stream actually is not so good because I don't know where I'm in the mind overall on the same time, or I'm think on different things. You maybe see this, but this is not so important. The important part is that we first don't know why things happened. So we don't know why there is a light bulb fly over the sky. We don't know why it's doing this. We can see it, we can photograph it, right? If we have a camera, we can photograph it like I have doing this picture. We don't know why this has happened, but we can say now, we know there is a dogma in progress. We can say there is a dogma in progress. We don't know what a dogma it is, but we can say it is a dogma in progress, that it will fall in if there's some stuff happens or not happens. So I have never read that dogmas are in combination with some omens or stigmatas. I don't know, is written there. Unterschiedliche Dogmenverständnisse. There is a lot about church dogmatic and some stuff. But I didn't read something like that omens are a before reaction of a dogmatization. So if get a dogma activated, there will be some omens first, right? So we don't know exactly what is happens, what is important to know about it. We don't know, but if we see some pictures like this, we know that is an activation of a dogmatization process in the global place, right? So there is 1 year ago, 2 years, not 12 months, some 18 months or more months, 20 months, and then it's the coronavirus began to spreading from China. So this is exactly that what has happened. So first began the activation of the QR code, then it's come to the global activation into the system, like World Wide Web, mobile phones, etc. Then it's come to an omen like this, where you can say, yeah, this is nothing, or this is something, and so on. And then it starts with Corona. So this is the activation of a dogma. So we cannot stop it. We can maybe stop it, but we don't know how. We don't know what is the right things to do to stop it. And with this knowledge, we now can say, if we see a light in the sky, we can say the logic, physical logic answer for this kind of how say this, for this kind of UFOs. We say UFOs. Okay, say we UFOs. I don't find the right way to say it. Say we UFOs. The only physical, logic way to find an answer what it is that is an activation of a dogmatization process. It is in a process of dogmatization, and that's really interesting, because when a normal human see it, he sees something he don't understand. He see it and don't understand what it happens, but it is possible. That is a process in a dogmatization process. So in an over law system of functional functional process. And if we have this knowledge that we know when something like this has happened, it is an activation of a dogma process, we know faster that it will something happened. Right? So there is a difference between, oh, we see something, and there is a process in a dogmatization. So there will become an effect from something what is based on a system that is unbreakable. Right? If we not can then change the right answers, so like we take an example, politics. Politics is work, right? Politics is going over years and years, and people doing just some stupid stuff like vote for this and vote for that. And it's a process where all just seek their own luck, right? They all seek just their own luck, but the sense of the politic is absolutely lost, because the system what is given by heuristic and by the governments are fixed, more and more fixed. So they have this little payment more here and a little smaller pays there. But what politics is doing is something totally different. They like to take more money on the place they vote. So it's in end effects a process have nothing to do with politics. It have to do with higher money earning. So simply like farming. It's going about farming, and they say people have voted about farming, but they have not really a. It's a trick to bring peoples to voting for something they not profit from it. And if we have then later this knowledge, we see that this art of what has happened is a process in a dogmatization. So if we have UFOs, they are directly come to us. We can say then later it is a process in a dogma, in a higher law. What is our work to find his own answer. So dogma is like a higher intelligence will doing some process to find what is comes as next. So this was from my speaker, not a good stream, but this is not so important. So what is important is that first we don't know what has happened, but now we can say it is a process in a dogma, and this makes it different. So maybe then people's began to think there is something higher as their own interests. And this can happen because peoples didn't believe that it can happen, right? Peoples never think about that this can happen. They first think about what they're doing is when it's come to year 2000, to the millennium, they think the world is going to end. This is what they believe, what they think about, that the world is ending. But this is a normal reaction on it by humans, that a dogma is not exist. So there is one felt to give a dogma a bigger part as it is. So to make it bigger as it is meaning that peoples are non-stop concentrated on a dogmatization. This is with a bigger chaos. This brings a bigger chaos as when people didn't believe in dogma. Then it's the chaos falling then in when the dogma is activated. And it is a better choice to know about the dogma as not to know about, because it's get then in a directly reaction on what we for in politics and what we for in real life, as when we think without any possible option and just think in our own interests, right? So this is about the dogma. Jesus, what has happened today? I talk like stupid, but something maybe with this something have changed in my mind, or I on another mind state come to another mind state where I'm more active with my body as in my brain. So this is possible too, I don't know. So what I ever have done is I have because I create this, for me it was shocking to see how it works, right? Because as I doing this, I have not see these QR codes, right? So I have created own QR code like this one, and it's a system get used then later by us in Swiss for train, right? So I never see about this QR codes. To this time, what was used was line codes for post, right? They have sending letter with line codes, not with QR codes. This was all a really, really strange process the last 12 years or 14 years. And with 9/11 and so on and so on. And it was horrible. And so I am more on the dogma as on normal life. And it was horrible. And I'm not able to say I have done this QR code. I want to have fuck hell money. I'm not able to do this, right? I cannot say I feel stolen. I feel punked. I get 18 with 9/11. What the fuck is happened? I cannot say this, right? And then I'm doing this photo, and in this process I can say, if this photo real, and I have seen it with my own eyes, and this photo is real, I know there it will become an activation of a dogma, right? And then it's broke out the coronavirus, China, and all that troubles happened, and we don't know really. It is a process. It is activated by human, right? It is COVID-19 it is a human virus, so created like a bioweapon, or it is a simply biological process is activating over the time in a biological, not human activated process. So there is activated dogma because it's natural, or it is a terroristic or human activated process. But this is a dogma. So if we see UFOs or something like this, we can say we don't know what it is. We don't know what aliens are because we not see them directly in front of us, and so on and so on and so on. We don't know what it is when we see a light ball flying fast over the air, over the sky. We don't know what it exactly is. But if we have this knowledge about the dogma, we can say that is an activation process in a dogma, that dogma exists. So we cannot say then it's happened something good. We don't know it's happened something good or it's happened something bad. But we can say there is a process going on, and there will be things happened we didn't believe, and it's happened when we see it. It's happened something we don't know about it because we have not the knowledge about it. And all the humans see that, UFOs and some stuff like this. They ask themselves what it is and have no answer on it. But maybe I can give an answer on it and say, look, a dogma is a process. It is happened from time to time because humans make this or this or this. And when human lost the sense and the reason for life, that the heuristic way is may a correct way, and that heuristic doing two fails, and so on and so on and so on. That some stuff can happen, and politics and others, they will not say that this has happened because it's worth their own interests. But it can happen. And this all based on an over human dogma system, what change people's mind back to their own situation and not to become a wrong direction. That was the stream. It was for me not a good stream because I'm unconcentrated. But I think I can say you what I really want to say it is say.